jokes.
Hey, welcome back to the Three Goons podcast. Today we have special guest Alex Gonzalez.
Mr. Right Forearm himself. What's up?
Yes, Mr. Right Forearm. What's up?
Let's say
And
Mr.
with
Right Forearm.
Yeah. I mean, he is Mr. Right Forearm.
Yeah.
so Danny, what was that? What was that story you were telling us before we started recording about NBA YoungBoy? Danny.
Danny.
Oh, yeah, no, my mic went off for a second. What's up, y'all? It's Danny. I'm chilling.
So what were you saying before the podcast started? You were talking about NBA
I
YoungBoy.
was talking about NBA YoungBoy. Oh yeah, NBA YoungBoy's a rock. Oh
Why?
wait, so yo, you guys didn't hear the story about NBA YoungBoy for real?
No,
No.
fill us in.
Oh my God, you guys are tripping, bro. Okay, so NBA YoungBoy is apparently dating Flame with his daughter, and his baby mama got into a fight with Flame with his daughter. Flame with his daughter like stabbed her. Went to
Oh,
prison,
yeah.
bro. NBA YoungBoy,
She has like 99
NBA
years, I
bail
think.
her.
She's facing
NBA
99
YoungBoy had
years.
to bail her
For
out.
real?
She's facing up to 99 years
Damn.
in prison. That's what the Shade Room just posted.
Holy shit.
That's a
Flame
big
Mayweather's daughter
yikes.
stabbed NBA YoungBoy's baby mama multiple times, bro. And then and the beef is that he like cooperated with the police and like helping them investigate the whole thing. And then Kodak like called him out, right?
Called who
So
out?
then NBA YoungBoy got
Is
called
he
out
Kodak
NBA
in
YoungBoy.
jail, dude?
Yeah, exactly. So NBA YoungBoy,
Oh, these people are calling each other out in jail, bro.
NBA YoungBoy went on live. NBA YoungBoy went on live and went off on Kodak, dude. He was talking about how I don't listen to anybody from no cell and all this stuff. And then he's like, he woke up playing with his daughter and all this stuff. He's like, you want to talk about my wife? You want to talk about my wife? And then he got like he called Floyd Mayweather a bum, dog. He called Floyd Mayweather a bum, like undefeated, bro. And he's calling him a bum.
Did you guys see
Mayweather would knock
that?
him
Mayweather got
out.
chopped up real quick.
Did you guys see
Get
that
him
6
chopped
9
up
got
real
out?
quick.
Oh yeah, I
6
saw
9's out
that.
of prison, dude. That's crazy. That
Why
guy's
did
gonna
he
come
snitch
back.
on someone else?
No, it's just they let him out because like he was already gonna get out in 4 months, but since coronavirus, like that whole thing.
They let him out earlier?
They let him out early, yeah.
Well, why
He's gonna
in
be in house
WMLE?
arrest for the next 4 months.
The guy that sang
Bro, in my
YNWMLE,
mind.
he was like
Yeah, the
super
one that's
worried.
saying, bro, in my
Yeah.
mind.
He
Yeah,
was
he's
like
scared.
he was like
He's dying.
complaining. Yeah, he was scared. He's like, I'm gonna get coronavirus.
Also, R. Kelly tried to get out, but they didn't let him.
For real? You know when you don't know something?
Bro,
I saw the
listen,
prison that he's in.
They didn't let him
I
out
saw the
because
prison that he's in.
danger.
R. Kelly,
When I went to Chicago,
dumbest dude on the planet, bro.
dude, when I went to Chicago this past winter break, we were like in our Uber, and our Uber guy's like, oh yeah, you see that prison right there? R. Kelly's in there, and we were like, oh shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wait, what prison is he in?
Yo, listen.
I don't know the name of it, but I remember
And
like seeing it.
R. Kelly was spotting AJ out from the window, bro.
AJ's R. Kelly's next victim, bro.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's gonna be the dumbest dude to exist, bro. They asked this dude one time if he liked teenage women, and he said, nah, but like, how old are we talking? Who says that, bro? Like, I mean, that's like, you're putting a fat target on your head if you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go under 15.
Bro. You're wrong.
Yo, he's not gonna lie though. Like,
Nah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah, I know, he's tripping.
What'd you think about the new Tory Lanez album?
Listen to a couple songs, it was alright.
yeah, I didn't even hear it, bro, because Tory Lane's like, I don't know.
But
He's just,
Tory Lanez is all on IG with the live. Have you seen Tory Lane's IG live?
He's a fucking moron.
the only time I ever listened to Tory Lanez was when he beat the Joyner
like-
Lucas.
Listen. This was fire.
Yeah, I thought that was
His
funny,
diss
like the whole
was
beef.
fire.
Yeah. And he was
Listen,
beefing a lot of people too.
Listen.
Yeah, it's like the only way I
Tory
know
Lanez
him.
over IG live now. You guys haven't heard? Bro, he has
Nah,
like
man.
twerk. He has like girls twerking on IG live, and he's sending them cash on Venmo, and Cash App, and all this crazy stuff, bro. And then he has like Drake on his IG live all the time. They had to,
Yeah,
like,
Drake
kick him off
shouted
of
out
IG.
his album.
No, he went on to his IG live. He joined them on IG live, and they had like 100,000 viewers on their freaking live. It was crazy.
Dang.
But yeah, he got they kicked him off of live. Like they told him he couldn't do lives anymore for like a week, cause he like was like they were like saying like the Instagram CEO or something was saying that this guy was having like girls twerking and stuff was like inappropriate, so they can't do it. But Tory Lanez was like going crazy, bro, all over IG live.
Just Kanye West doesn't have Instagram, right?
No, he doesn't have Instagram. Kanye's the greatest rapper of all time, though.
Aren't you a big
What
Kanye
a fun
fan,
fact.
Alex?
I am a very big Kanye fan. Actually, before this podcast started, I was listening to Christian Dior Denim Flow. It's a Good Friday song, not on any albums, but amazing song nonetheless. I think any song that's Kanye and Kid Cudi together like is a certified banger.
Do you
Just
think, are,
amazing.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't keep up with it, but are they
You're,
coming out with
you're
an
not wrong.
album, another album? Because I know they came out with the album "Kids See Ghosts." I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Kids See Ghosts. It's like a supposed to be a group, so like it's like a band or whatever, like Kids See Ghosts. So there's a lot of theories that there might be another album. And when Kids See Ghosts dropped, there was supposed to be a short movie that came with the album, along with like they're supposed to immediately work on another album for Kids See Ghosts, but they never did. So, but it could happen.
What is that your favorite Kanye album?
No,
Or
my favorite
which
Kanye
one is it?
album. I don't have one, but there's two that I like more than the others, which is Yeezus and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
A lot of people like that album.
Which one? My
The
Beautiful.
My Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
like
one's
that a lot.
amazing. Yeah, because
The
also it's not even
song-
just the album. They also have Good Friday drop. So like they released a ton of
Oh my
singles
god.
before
That
the
was
song.
way back
Yeah,
in
for
the
the album.
days.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Like there's so many great songs
Those are
from that.
good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was a crazy run.
Yeah, I always hear people liking that album. It's always like
Yeah.
whenever you talk to someone, you ask them like, "What's their favorite Kanye album?" They always go to that one.
Yeah, it was Blondes by Frank Ocean and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West were like the top two for top of the decade on like every
Oh,
list.
for real?
Yeah, like every list had either Blonde or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Man, that's crazy. What about your favorite? Like, did you like the new gospel one that he came out with, Jesus is King?
Jesus
What do you
King,
think of that one?
Okay, so Jesus King obviously was like really controversial, and like most people didn't really like it and had really bad critical reviews. But I thought it was really good because I don't think the album as a whole, I don't think it's a really good like concept album necessarily. But I think there's a lot of really good singles on there. Like, and you can tell that it's a really good album because everybody has a different favorite song. Like some people's favorite song is Everything We Need, other people's use is Gospel. Like it's really Salah is also a fan favorite. Like people have a lot of different opinions on what the best song on the album is, and like I've always seen that as like a good teller of whether an album is good or not.
Yeah, because I was
Agreed.
there next to you when it came out, and you were
Yeah.
jamming out to
I
it.
was freaking out.
Ben's almost
Yeah.
I was
crying.
like crying, bro.
He's almost crying.
Dude, like literally.
But I know Danny didn't like it.
Yeah.
Danny doesn't like it because he's a sinner.
Yeah, dude, Danny, that album was amazing, bro. Hey, Danny,
It's Kanye's single worst project to date.
Danny, you're a
For
sinner,
sure.
bro. You're a sinner, dog.
For sure.
honestly, it might be
thing
Kanye's
is,
worst
like-
album, in my opinion, too. But like, it's not a bad album. Like
Nah, it's a
Kanye
good
has
album.
such good
I don't think
albums.
it's awful. I don't think it's awful. I think it's like
Yeah,
it's like
pretty
good.
I think Skepta's still better.
They really are listening to Stormzy.
I will shank you, mate.
So Danny,
Skip this last
my
album.
British
No,
rap.
skip this last album with Chip and Young Ants.
Fire!
Yo, you guys need to stop talking.
I mean the last make music, bro. You know what I'm
on
saying,
UK
bro.
rap. UK rap is so
how did you get into UK rap, Danny?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even know, bro.
He
I
ate a
just stumbled
crumpet.
across it one day. I don't know. I just listened to Praise the Lord. You know, A$AP Rocky.
oh,
I
that
was like,
song's a
dang,
bop.
this-
That's actually a really good
This
song.
British guy's going hard, bro. Let me check him out. I went to go check out Skep.
oh, bro, this is straight heat, bro.
Hey, you know these British rappers actually. When Kanye went to London one time, he did like a fashion show, and they were backup dancers for Kanye. That's kind of
Yikes.
insulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're backup dancers.
That's because everybody messes with UK rap that are rappers. A$AP Rocky on all the A$AP on the Cozy tapes, on all the A$AP mob cuts, always has Skepta in them, and always has British rappers in them. And then freaking
Forkin.
what's this called, man?
What's going on?
Listen,
Oh.
Big shock.
already had Skepta on Die Lit, bro.
Yeah, then you put some
For real.
back.
Absolute slap.
Danny definitely bumps Big Man's not hard.
Yeah,
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 3 is 1 plus.
Bro, that was a bar and a half, bro. When he said 2 plus 2 is 4,
Yo,
how
change
do you
my
not
mind.
even imagine that?
I listened to a Pharrell interview the other day because I just was like stumbled across it on YouTube, and it's just talking about Skepta and how like Skepta's work ethic was like nothing like he's ever seen, like in comparison to other people.
Yeah, he worked for
And
1
when
minute an
Pharrell-
hour.
Oh, that would worry. No, listen. Pharrell hopped on numbers on Skepta's first album on Konnichiwa. Bro, that's a slap. Pharrell's verse is crazy. I just
How
you guys
crazy?
just sleep on UK rap. Go.
Was it as
Insane.
crazy as the Future's verse on On Life is
On
Good when he
Life is
said
Good?
Oh my
100,000 on a
god.
like
Can I
he
change
showed
your
up the
life?
next day to school and then he was like, "Oh my god, bro, I can't believe he said that. Such a
The
flex,
reason why it
bro."
was like that for me is because, okay, Future after I'd say after the album with Drake, What a Time to Be Alive. After that, he kind of like fell off, and then he started making like all this vibe music where it sounded like he was crying, which is what I can't stand. That just like Trippy
Did
Red,
you
I
like
can't
Mask
stand Trippy
Off?
Red. Chippy Red is straight buns, and I
Dude,
think
Trippie
he's
Redd has
straight
some
buns.
good singles. I don't like any of his albums, but I think he
Chippy
has
Red
some
is
good
straight buns
singles.
because he can't sing, and he tries to sing and he can't sing, which is
I
the
actually
same
think
thing
Trippie
that
Redd's a
happened.
really good singer. Like I think he's and he's very unique too.
I love Danny's
You're not even
representation.
wrong. Like you're not even wrong, but I think like it's unique. Like he doesn't really sing like anybody else. He's not like he doesn't have crazy vocal inflections. Like it's not like you're not. It's
Nobody
like it's
sings
not like
worse
Frank
than him, dog. Nobody sings worse than him.
Ocean. No, he's not singing
Nobody
like
sings
Frank Ocean.
absolute.
He has a very nasally voice. Very like I don't know. I think he's very different. I don't like his albums. I think his albums are very boring to listen to because he makes a lot of similar songs. But I think if you listen to one song of Trippie Redd, you'll maybe think it's good because I like him as a single
I think
artist
he has a
more.
couple of songs that are pretty good.
Yeah, like I
I don't
think
hate him
Taking a Walk is
entirely.
a
I don't hate him
bop.
entirely. I still think he's buns.
Anga, buns.
I just still think he's buns.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, it's like sort of that same thing, that sort of same vibe with Future's music. And then when that song came out, when Life Is Good came out, and I heard that first line, I was like, damn, Future really,
I just couldn't help
really took
myself.
it back.
Danny reached enlightenment, bro.
He took it back to like DS2 times when he came out with
DS2.
DS2. Like,
PS2.
you guys ever heard DS2?
No, I think you're talking about like the console,
Dirty
dude.
Sprite 2?
Yeah, I know. I thought you just said like.
I thought this dude was like bumping Future when he was playing his DS2.
That was like
Playing Pokemon while listening to the song.
Yeah.
it was like an iconic verse. It's like when Young Thug. Okay, there's a song on the Metro Boomin tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's it called, man? And not all here's what capes, and Young Thug's on a song in it, right? And Young Thug, like, he is up to something. That's what it is. You listen to that song, and it's like, you listen to Young Thug's verse, and Young Thug had been like, for me, off for a while, and then I hear that verse, and I'm just like, dude, that's like old Young Thug, bro. That's like way back. They were talking like old barter tapes. We were talking about slime seasons, like in the beginning.
I'll be
We're talking
honest.
about like way back.
I think Young Thug is overrated, and I think he's really pushed like autotune forward, but like he's just boring to listen to. Like I don't like his music. I think his music is like kind of like mid. Although I,
I
like
didn't
that
like
one
him.
EP he had.
I didn't like
I
him on
think
the
he's
low.
solid.
Man.
I just think he has so much music that
And
is
like every, I know like Drake or
super watered down.
Drake says
I think he has.
loves
It's
Young
like
Thug.
Gucci Mane.
Oh my god,
I
dude,
love
Gucci,
Young Thug. Yeah, I think
Gucci
Young
Mane
Thug's
has
fire.
like 30
He's like
albums,
Gucci Mane,
bro.
though. They come out with like 85 million songs a year.
No, yeah,
It's
dude,
like, oh
Gucci.
my god, I have to see this guy again, dog. Like, oh, let me listen to it.
2016,
It's
Gucci Mane
okay.
dropped like 30 albums, bro.
Like
Like
Gucci
that
Mane's
ass.
good. Like Gucci Mane's good. He just has so much music that it's so hard for him to be really good, because then it's like he has so much music that like half of it's terrible and then half of it's good. Even then, like that means there's a lot of bad songs.
Wait, I have a question about like having a bunch of albums like that. How long is each song, bro? Like a
The
minute?
albums are usually like 10 songs long, and then or no longer. They're usually like 20 songs long, and they're like 2-3
3
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, yeah, 2-3
Yeah.
minutes.
Dang.
What
It's
the
really
hell?
long.
But wasn't he in
Those people have
prison?
millions of songs, dude.
Dude,
Those
I'm,
people all
I'm
have
going.
millions of songs.
I'm going through all of his albums right now from like 2015 when he dropped like 30 albums. They're all like an hour and a half long. The albums, and they all have like 15 songs.
But wasn't he in prison for an amount of time?
Yeah, and actually,
And you're
people
saying-
say
So that helped him.
When did he get out of prison?
I'm not sure when he got out, but I just know there's a theory about Gucci Mane that he died in prison and a clone of Gucci Mane like came out because
I've seen those theories.
yeah, because when
He
Gucci
got
Mane
really
went to prison, yeah, he was like fat. He was really fat, and then he
That's
came out, he
Wow,
was skinny
really
and ripped and shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, you gotta get on that prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
Another.
theory.
Speaking of conspiracy theories, Jeffrey Epstein. What do you think about that?
Ooh,
Crazy,
yeah.
huh?
He didn't
another
kill
one.
himself.
You guys,
How about that? Who do you think killed him?
Should get opinions?
I think it's pretty obvious who killed him. Hillary Clinton hired someone, as always. She's done it multiple times, so yeah.
And why would you hire
Nothing.
someone, Chiggy? What's the background?
Because Jeffrey Epstein was linked to Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton was linked to going to that private island where he held all the kids. So, of course, they're gonna kill him, so he doesn't release any info on them.
But wasn't
It's-
Jeffrey Epstein also friends with Donald Trump?
Yeah, but Trump had. I saw a thing. Trump
But
had a restraining order on Epstein, like
yeah,
not to
and
go to any of his properties.
Trump would never. That's the thing. Trump never like went to the island. There's no proof of any of that. Like with Clinton, like there's proof that he went to the island,
And
and he
that
knew
that
about
whole
it.
image on the island of there's a painting of like Bill Clinton as a girl. Like that's just weird. Like I'm
Was
sorry,
it
that's
cute?
weird.
Was it cute?
Nah.
I don't know, man. Tranny Bill Clinton would kind of be. I don't know. It sounds kind of nice.
Bernie just recently exited the presidential race. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Think about that.
didn't
I feel
expect
like
that.
now it's gonna be a certain the debates are gonna be hilarious. Like you're gonna see Joe Biden just fall asleep midway. It's gonna be funny, and then Trump's just gonna be roasting him the whole time.
It'll be interesting for sure.
It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be in the history books later
Actually,
on.
speaking of history books, I think this whole coronavirus thing is definitely going to be like, it's going to be looked back in the future like as a very big historical moment. Like never has like the whole world been shut down.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Spanish flu and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, not like body count wise, but like just like
Memorable wise.
yeah, like exactly, like dude, it's the whole country, the whole world is shut down, and like there's gonna be like the body count isn't gonna be huge, but the economic repercussions are gonna be huge. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
like every country in the world is gonna be so screwed.
Well, I mean, today the
Yeah.
XFL announced that they were gonna.
Yeah, the XFL got canceled.
Done.
Yeah.
Well, no, they had been canceled for a while. I think they
But like
canceled
they're stopping their whole thing.
yeah the whole
like-
season. Oh wait,
Not
the
even
whole,
their
the whole
season, like their
league.
entire.
Yeah, the
like,
whole
their entire
league is gone. They canceled
Ah,
it.
rip. Yikes.
I liked it though. It was
Shut
good because like they put their season once the NFL ended. It
Yeah,
started
that was
off,
smart.
and
I
then
think they were gonna take off after this season. They would have taken.
Yeah,
off.
they had a lot of
because
viewers.
a lot of players were already getting. There was some players that were getting attention and getting signed onto NFL teams.
The
So it was a good
coronavirus
way
screwed
for like
them.
those players. It was a good way for those players that weren't noticed to get noticed and then sign on teams. It was really good.
It wasn't like
Yeah.
the AAF. Like the AAF was a bum league.
Yeah, it wasn't that interesting.
Yeah, Danny would have
I
been a
feel like
starter.
XFL was more
Remember
interesting.
when they came out with the AAF and that shit like went out of business in 3 weeks?
Yeah, it was terrible.
They
Yeah,
went
they
like
didn't finish the
bankrupt
first
3
season.
weeks into the season.
Yeah.
They went like 3 weeks into the season. They went bankrupt. That was it. It was done. Like the XFL like actually was getting stuff done.
Yeah,
Vince
dude, I
McMahon
remember.
is a G.
Yeah, and I remember there was a game. I was watching the XFL. I thought it was funny because they did a cup snake. Like, oh, they
Yeah, I saw that
I
clip.
saw that.
super long. I thought it was hilarious.
That was good.
No, yeah, and then like the players, like you'll see clips of the players like shotgunning Bud Light seltzers at like mid game. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And the
But
thing is,
yeah,
another
that
thing
was-
too that's different from the NFL. They're all mic'd up during the game,
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that
so
a
you'll
lot.
hear people start cursing mid game, and they'll be
That
broadcast on
was
live
Vince
TV.
McMahon's idea for sure. That guy is the like
He's
best
an
when it
entertainment
comes to
god.
those- Yeah, he's an entertainment god.
The craziest
That's the
part
thing
is
that
that the
made it
owner,
entertaining.
You've seen it. You've seen it in the WWE, bro. Like guy knows what he's doing in terms of how to
Yeah.
entertain the people.
the owner of the XFL is what do you call it? He's Andrew Luck's dad, which is
The
I thought was
commissioner.
crazy.
Oh, he's the
Yeah,
commissioner.
Commissioner,
That's
yeah.
the commissioner.
same thing, bro.
Yeah.
The owner's the guy that owns WWE.
Yeah, it's Vince McMahon. He actually said he would fund it for 3 seasons, so the fact that it's like gone for good, that's surprising.
Yeah, but it's mainly because of the coronavirus. That league was doing well.
Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, it's probably a huge liability for him. He can't afford to
Yeah, because
keep this league running.
it was only a few weeks long. It wasn't too long, and it would
Yeah, I
end
think it
right
was like
before the
5 weeks.
NBA playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they would have had their championship.
Oh my
win
god,
and
dude.
good.
They gotta do that thing they've been talking about putting them all on a private island, making them play like all the games in a private
Oh,
island.
and the UFC.
They
The
have to do
UFC is
that, bro.
doing that.
Yeah, the UFC's doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta do that for NBA, bro.
Dana
having
White
famous
already
NBA
bought
games.
an
NBA was
island.
talking about doing it in the Bahamas. They were gonna move all the players out to the Bahamas.
Dude, they gotta do that.
That's so smart.
That's
Do
crazy.
it, and the NBA,
Yeah.
the MLB had talked about relocating all their players. and
Alright, bro. Who
moving them
cares
to
about the
somewhere.
MLB, bro? I'm not watching the MLB, bro.
10,000
Yeah, I don't watch
viewers, bro.
football.
I just really want to watch the NBA. Like, I want to watch them play. I was
Yeah,
thinking
I-
you were doing good this season, dude. Like,
Yeah, we were
And he were kicking
fourth
butt.
seed, I'm pretty sure, and we were like a few games behind the
Yeah.
second seed.
I
So
like
we
the
had a
Heat
good
because
chance
they're
of being
really
the
young.
second seed.
The Heat have a really young team, so they're gonna
Yeah,
be
they're all, like,
like there
rookies.
for a
Chingy, don't
while.
stop popping on the Heat band.
Bro,
You've
I'm
always
just
been a
saying I like
Chicago Bulls
them.
fan.
I just said
You've
I
been a
like
Chicago
them.
Bulls
I
fan.
just
Look.
said I liked them. Shut the frick up, man.
Oh my god, bro. My thing with them is that okay, they're young and they're good now, but then once their contracts end, like then we're gonna have to scramble to find money to pay all of them.
Yeah.
Which
I
like, it
think-
happens with a lot of those teams with young talent. like those guys after their contract's over, they're on like a rookie contract. Their rookie contract they sign on the
Yeah, that's why.
undrafted.
That's why we got it. That's why
Then
we're
at
trying
the
to
end of their
win quick.
contract,
We need to pick up one
then
big
you're trying to
player.
get, then you're trying to have to find money to
I think the Heat
freaking
can
pay the
afford it,
guys.
dude. They're Miami. It's a huge city, and I think especially if they do well, like if they go into the playoffs and they do
Everybody
well in
has
the
cap
playoffs.
space. Everybody's capped.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
don't
but can you
players that you
re-sign
draft,
players? Yeah, if
players
you
you
re-sign a
draft have
player.
free cap, right? Don't
Yeah,
they don't have
and
a
also
max.
if you re-sign them, it's cheaper.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's not that it's cheaper, but it's like you can go over the cap space. Like
That's one thing that
it's part of Larry
sucks.
Bird.
That's one thing that sucks about the NFL. The NFL should have that because if you draft well in like 3 or 4 years, you're gonna get screwed over because the
Yeah,
max
the NFL
cap.
is a hard cap.
Yeah, in the NBA, I like the way the NBA has their cap space rule. That if you draft a player, you could pay him as much as you want. It doesn't matter. There's no cap,
Yeah,
which I think is
yeah,
really smart.
they just make you do. It's a soft cap. It's the Larry Bird exception because the Celtics, I think they wanted to re-sign him and they couldn't because it was expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I think that ends Friday's podcast. Alex, it was great having you as a guest.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Yeah.
thank you for the
It was fun
music.
to be here.
Thank you. And as always, we'll see you Monday, next episode.
Mhm.
And we'll announce over on our Instagram who's our next special guest. But
Yeah.
until next time, we'll see you goons later.
And Dan Marino sucks.
Shut the hell up, bro. Oh my god. This guy.
Damn.